Hi everyone, this is Terry from terryscraftroom.com. Welcome back. So today we are going to use the Friendly Gnomes, and this is such an adorable set. It's kind of a sister set to we had the Kindest Gnomes in the July through December catalog, and these actually retired, but the Gnomes dies didn't retire, and that's because they coordinate with the Friendly Gnomes, which are now in the January through May mini catalog. So we're going to use these to make this adorable little card, and this card can be used for just a love you card, Valentine's Day, just you name it. And here's the inside. And the frame for this Love You is from the Fabulous Frames dies, and they, if I can get this open, look like this with the addition of that right there. Okay, so it was just the perfect size for the Love You. So what do we need? We need, oh, and as always, if you miss a measurement or need any measurements or supplies or anything, go on over to terryscraftroom.com, and all the measurements and score lines and supplies will be over there. And while you're over there, sign up for my newsletter, because I have a weekly newsletter that I send out, and you get free project sheets in your inbox every week. So we have a piece of basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, just your basic card base. Oops. It's right here. Let's set that aside. I have a piece of Calypso Coral, and this is 5.5 by 3. I have a piece of basic white that is 5.5 by 2 3/4, and that's what we're going to stamp the background here on. Okay, I have 2 pieces of designer series paper, and both of these designer series papers are free with qualifying purchase in our celebration catalog, and that is good through, or the celebration goes through the end of February. These are 1 inch by 5.5 inches, and these are 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch, and you need 2 of these. You need a scrap piece of basic white and another scrap piece of basic white. And these 3 pieces are what we're going to stamp on. So let's get our stamps out here. There we go. So we're going to stamp the mushroom, little mushroom house, on this piece. It's not going to be quite in the center. It's going to be kind of off center a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to take the little grass and stamp it on both sides. And it needs to be far enough apart so that if you imagine our gnome is going to be on the inside, or on either side of the mushroom house. Okay, and then let's stamp our 2 gnomes on this piece. One there, one there. Okay. And then we're going to grab our, whoops, I still need that. Okay, here's our card base. I've got the flowers from the stamp set, and that's just going to go, let's pull this out so I don't stick my card in it in the lower right corner. Okay, and that's all the black stamping. Now we need to grab my Calypso Coral, and then I'm gonna stamp Love You in the middle of this scrap piece. That's right there, and then we're gonna do There's No One Better Than You, and that's gonna go right in the middle of our card base on the inside, just like that. And that's all the stamping we need to do. Now we need to do some coloring. And I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me color, but through the magic of video, here's the colored version of this piece. Here's the colored version of that gnome, and here's the colored version of that gnome. And I pretty much stuck with colors that coordinated with these, obviously. And then there's the Love You. So here's all our pieces back together. Here's our card base that we just stamped. I am going to color our flowers real quick, and I'm using the same pastel-y colors that I used in the gnomes. So this green is mint macaron. The blue is light balmy blue. I'll use a little bit of light daffodil delight for the centers of the flowers. And I'll use light calypso coral for this one flower. Just like that. Oh, I missed a leaf. There we go. So, easy peasy. So now we have, so this piece, these pieces are 5.5 by an inch. Now if you were not worried about, I had to make 16 of these cards for my classes, and if you were not worried about saving paper, you could make this piece 5.5 by 4.25 and just cover the whole piece. But I had to save paper, so here we are. Sorry if you can hear, my husband's rumbling around upstairs, if you can hear his chairs moving. So we're just going to line these up with the edges of the paper, the card base. Okay, and glue those down. Now you need 2 pieces of these that are 3/4 of an inch by 4. And I'm going to line this edge of this one up with this edge here and then center it. Just like that. And you want these two to be pretty centered even this way too. So now we're going to put this down on this here. Looks like I'm just a hair over 5.5, so we just need to cut this one just, there we go. And obviously you're wanting to center top and bottom on this one. And then you're going to center this one right just like that. And I know the mushroom is a little bit off center, but it'll all look good once we get everything on here, so trust me. I just love the colors on this. So there's there's the base of the card. So now we need some dimensionals. So let's put dimensionals on the back of our gnomes. And then just on the one side of the Love You. Okay, so the girl gnome goes on the left, and she's going to cover a little bit of the house, of the mushroom. So she's just like that. Okay? And then the guy gnome will go over here. And then the Love You, so I only put dimensional on one side, so I need to put glue on the other side. And the Love You is going to go right here. And there's our card. I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, or over on my website, terryscraftroom.com. You all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye!